Hey friends, guess what book we're going to read today? This next couple weeks we're going to be talking about insects, and so I brought one of our books that we read when we did Light and Shadows. Do you guys remember this book? Do you remember what it's called? It's called The Very Lonely Firefly, and it's by Eric Carle. I knew you guys remembered that because Eric Carle is an author that we studied. But anyway, do you remember? He's very lonely. So let's read this book and see if you guys can remember it. Let me turn a little bit so you can see the pictures better. As the sun set, a little firefly was born. It stretched its wings and flew off into the darkening sky. See the sun? It was a lonely firefly, and it flashed its light, searching for other fireflies. The firefly saw a light, and it flew toward it. Is it a firefly? It was not a firefly. It was a light bulb lighting up the night. The firefly saw another light, and it flew toward it. Is that a firefly? Nope, it was not a firefly. It was a candle flickering in the night. The firefly saw a light and flew toward it. But it was not a firefly, it was a flashlight shining in the night. It says, "Quiet out there." I wonder what's making some noise. What do you guys think is making the noise? Do you remember from the book? I'll have to see. It's coming up. The firefly saw a light and flew toward it. But it was not a firefly, it was a lantern. It says, "What is it? Hey, stop fighting." Something's fighting. I wonder what it is. Do you guys remember? Did you guys say the dog? You were right. It was the dog. He was being loud. The firefly saw several lights and flew toward them. But they were not fireflies. They were a dog's eyes. And a cat. Meow, meow, meow. They were fighting together. Do you remember that? There's the firefly. Oops, did I forget that? And an owl. And his eyes were reflecting in the light. Woo, woo. The firefly saw a light and flew toward it. But it was not another firefly. It was the car's headlights flooding in the night. Look! Wow! It's beautiful. Do you remember what's next? The firefly saw many lights and flew toward them, but they were not fireflies. They were fireworks sparkling and glittering and shining in the night. When all was quiet, the firefly flew through the night, flashing his light, looking and searching again. Then the very lonely firefly saw what it had been looking for. A group of fireflies flashing their lights. Now the firefly was no longer lonely. The end. Do you guys remember reading that book? I hope so. I hope you have a good day. Talk to you later.